is about music and free expression, not about commodity. The Ninja Tune family is unique.
Ninja Tune is powerful, but it's like you can tell that it's a towering giant that casts a long shadow, and we get the shadow more than see the giant itself.
We have a strong identity, and in the world of Muck dance and Muck DJs, it's different. It's something that people who are looking for something different can latch onto.
It isn't that Ninja's been coming in just to sign what's good. They have like a sound almost, even though they're like amorphous. They have all these different acts and groups that like pile in, but there's almost like a mindset.
Everyone has their own styles and their own sort of equipment and tricks and music techniques and stuff.
Ninja isn't a hierarchy per se. It's not a parliament either. It's kind of like a family. It's kind of like not a dysfunctional family by any means, but it's like that kind of family, at least for me, where I'm like maybe a distant cousin, and I like visit the family at reunions, but it's like this weird whole family that has ins and outs and understandings, and someone begat somebody. It's more like, it's less a family and more like a pantheon of gods.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. This hustling world, hey, never fuck out your friend, hey. Gonna tell you this. All right. This hustling world, never fuck out your friend, baby. 'Cause love is like a money.
We're here right now to celebrate Ninja Tune's 20th anniversary in London, which is where it all began.
The label came about partly out of frustration. John and I started making records ourselves. We got signed to a label, we got into a contract we didn't like much, and we formed Ninja Tune as an identity to disguise our way out of that.
It's a different world than when Ninja first started, 1990. It was heavily vinyl. People didn't really dream of selling digital files online.
Our ambitions from the beginning were freedom.
You've got to really be open-minded to learn to deal with that and work that into your business model and to make it work for you.
Having started off like that and having the DIY ethic, it didn't take long before the sort of healthy distrust of corporates became evidenced, and it was time to go back and start our own thing.
I think the advantage that Ninja has from a lot of other labels is they judge the music on purely the music itself. If you look at an artist like Fink, his first album was sort of screwed up, really clipped beats. Now he's him and a guitar singing, which is, I know that I can do something completely different and it would be received with open ears.
Yeah, just their philosophy about music, just find your thing and do it. Do it to the max, and just don't worry about whether it's going to be on the radio or work on a dance floor. Just like whatever you feel like you're passionate about, just do it.
It's like what a party should be like. So you look around and you see your mates and you see the extended family. It's like we have wrought well. This is a community.
Witness of fitness. 101 quest. Witness of fitness. The proper chin living. 101 quest. Witness of fitness. Witness of fitness. One hope, one quest. Swinging that dick boot juice. Now we dip on the boost, then it's free and loose. Make a stash of the noose. We can cooks improve about the truth, the right. But if it shine, push right, try to kind of trash. Manifest that, we don't say move to manifest that, yo. I do my thing way. Ain't nothing else I know. Run up in the life with this ragged bone close. Squeeze the pain from we belly and head be so free. Travel over ocean, land and sea. Facing off stress and difficulty. Flung back from the brink now. What the kind of stinker? We don't give a fuck about what else to fake. We get it work on it, work will speak for itself.
Toddler T represents another facet now. It's full on party mania, but yet with totally credible electronic heavy sound to it.
When my dad was about 18, he went out with this girl. And it turns out he's Jammer's fucking third cousin. So it runs deeper than Ninja Tune. When I met him, I says, you know, where? He says, yeah. I says, yeah. You said, that's my auntie. I said, that's my fucking dad.
A good chance to look back and see how the labels evolved and how in many ways it's a completely different label, but in some ways it's just completely the core values are the same. You know, it's like diversity and you know there's lots of new genres which have sprung up in that time.
Since I joined, it's gotten to be like a worldwide label. You know, I think when I first started buying Ninja Tune records, and the majority of the artists were from the UK.
The record industry has changed so much in the last decade.
You don't sell records so much as you use records to promote an artist who therefore then goes live and does things. So how does someone like Ninja fit?
It's seen as an achievement in this day and age because labels are folding left, right and centre. It's been down to good business sense.
Ninja Tunes lasted because they stay fresh. I guess everybody like puts themselves in a Tupperware container.
Hopefully it'll last another 10 years, who knows, maybe 20 years, I don't know. But at the moment, we're in a good place.
20 years is a long time for any label, and there's been a lot. I mean, back in 1990, who ever knew of dubstep? But I guess the roots were there in a lot of what people were doing.
It's been amazing how the dubstep explosion, even whilst it ran out of steam a little bit and become formulaic, immediately kind of, I was going to say vomited out, sprouted out a whole new growth of wider electronic fucked up sound. Ninja have totally been gardening that.
We need it louder, 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 louder. You tell me what I want in now. Before we need it louder, 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 louder. Killer from Brixton, man out of west, east, man out of north. We need it louder, 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 louder. We need it louder, 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 louder. Listen. Yo, for the MC, one for the guy MC. We got Mike, I want disrespect me. Let me know if we get 16, no shot in your ass. Big man not look us my ass. I can the bun them, need it louder, 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 louder. Yo, tell me what I want in here. Big foot, we need it louder, 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 louder. Killer from Brixton, man out of west, east, man out of north, east.
I don't think Ninja Tune's necessarily changed so much as the world has changed. I mean, Ninja Tune was kind of founded on this idea of being principled, exploratory, adventurous music. And sure, maybe the sounds that were adventurous at the time have changed, but really they've kept that same kind of idea.
The actual core sounds are different, but the ideals are the same.
My name is Alfred Darlington, and sometimes I'm Daedalus. I'm just a passenger on this crazy spaceship.
This accident that happened, follow the dot. Coincidence makes sense only with you. You don't have to speak, I feel emotional landscape. They pass on me, that's all. And you push me, 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 emergency.
I've been with Ninja since 2005. It's been busy, although you know, there's a lot of room.
Cinematic is still. They're a worldwide force now. Jason was working in the Ninja office a few years ago, and you know, it's a fairy tale. Ninja did it for him.
I think what is interesting is no one could have predicted in the early days that there would be a band of that size, that they would be doing shows in the ridiculous places they play, you know, like the Royal Albert Hall.
Really, it's in a lot of ways meeting my musical idols, people who I've enjoyed their music for years, and discovering them to be human. You know, not some people sitting on a hill just throwing rocks at passers-by, but really kind, nice, wonderful people who care about my music or the world around them.
Chemists, Liam worked in John's studio for a while. There's been quite a few fairy tales like that.
In the early days playing DJ Food records, and then him like getting to know Kev, DJ Food, and then mixing tracks for his like last couple of releases, which like he's round at my house, you know, with the records I've bought from here.
Strictly Kev, one of my favorite live DJs in the world, because he's able to just take people on this super audio adventure and go through like 6 genres of music, but totally seamlessly, like with the fluidity that no one can do, you know?
And then he's asking me for tips on how to make stuff sound good. For me, that's ridiculous.
It's amazing to watch him play. It's like going to school every time I see him play.
Koala, man. Oof. It makes it hard to pick up the instrument and play after him, you know?
I've been with Ninja since 1997, so that's 13 years. I've released 3 albums and 2 10-inch singles.
My heart goes out to things that are lounge sometimes, and things that are sweet and tender, and he embodies that in a way that both is dancey, but also like he has these moments of absolute heartbreak in his set.
Could not have predicted that in any way. I say to be here doing this party now, when it was just me, John, and Louise France, our first assistant, and in one room in Green. One room in a little studio, and a room for the records. John and I used to do all the accounts ourselves. We even wrote a little computer program to help us with the accounts, because there was nothing like that for an indie label. We were just having fun. We just worked out we could have more fun doing it ourselves, and it's just snowballed. A healthy child. It's become, you know, bigger and stronger and brighter and is going further than its parent.